Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Empty Thoughts podcast. We're your hosts, Andrew and Nick.
Welcome back.
If you're, if you're tuning in again as a repeat listener, thank you so much for still fucking with us. We've been off for a few weeks.
Even when we slack, and if you're still with us, yeah.
You know, it's really
And
fun.
if you're new, welcome, and we hope you stick it out. It's appreciated.
Yeah.
I mean, people have said they like us.
We hope you stick it out. Sounds like they're going to be like really struggling to get through our episodes. Okay, but you know what's really funny? Right before we've done this intro like 10 times, I'm really struggling with like the camera portion. I have the worst. I've always had the worst self-image, so seeing myself has been so distracting. So I'm going to try my hardest not to look at myself, but it's difficult because, as you can tell, my co-host Nicholas is at the base of the CN Tower in Toronto right now. So like, I want to be able to like visualize him here. So like, I need to look in some ways. But thank you, Nick, for allowing me 10 different intros before we could get this right. We've been putting off the video portion all year. I've been saying I need to lose the weight, I need to do this, I need to do that, and we're not doing that no more. I mean, yes, I still need to lose the weight, whatever. Like that's the elephant in the room if we're gonna address it right now. But like I'm just not gonna let that control my life anymore. It's not. It's held me back in so many ways in the past few months, and like honestly, over the past like my entire life, if we're being like for real. And if you listen to the first episode of this season to where I'm at now, I'm sure you can hear the mental health decline because, like, when we first started the season, I was like just off of a mental health leave. I was in therapy, I was journaling, I was eating good, I was working out, and mentally, I was like the best I had been in so long. But obviously, with that comes maintaining that, and I just didn't. And if anything, I reverted to a space that's almost like worse than when I went into that in February. Um, like I gained more weight than I was like I'm heavier than I was when I started like the journey back at the beginning of the year or whatever. Mentally I'm not, I mean right now I'm doing pretty good. But over the past like few months, like there's been some, like not so great moments. And
in the last 3 days, the amount of walking we've done, you've come a long way.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Well, see, like we got onto the plane. Okay, so let's just backtrack. Nick is in Toronto, as you guys can tell.
Wow.
But before we jump into why he's in Toronto and like all that fun stuff, I just want to acknowledge the fact that the past two times that we tried to record this, Nicholas, I was holding this vape in my hand and thinking it was the mic. I just looked down right now, like, before we press record for this like take or whatever, and I realized that the mic was on the thing on the table, and I was like, "What the hell?" So,
I didn't notice that.
so you wouldn't have been able to hear me in the other takes, anyways. So it was just meant to be. But yeah, we're going to have some stuff to get into because it's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new music out that we want to talk about. Ava Max is back. She's kind of the reason why this podcast even exists, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
I had just started purchasing vinyl records, and I had purchased her record Diamonds and Dance Floors because I was really into the music that was like pre-released, like especially Dancing's Done. I loved Million Dollar Baby. I love when people sample songs. Like I love that. That is not, to me, that is unique. If you can take a song that was like big or not even big, just a song that was made before and make it your own, that is like that's not something that everyone can do. And I think people really discredit Ava Max because we'll get into that after actually. But yeah, I bought the Diamonds Dance Floor record and I wanted to like live review it. So I was like, well, you know what? I've been talking for a few years about starting a podcast.
Yeah.
I guess the embarrassment of putting myself out there and like just when I tell people I have a podcast or that we podcast or whatever, like I don't want to sound like I'm like thinking I'm like some like hot shit or something. Like this is like an outlet for me to it started as an outlet for me to like talk about music and stuff because nobody around me was listening to the music that I was listening to really. And I'm not saying like I was listening to anything really niche. I'm a very basic pop girl. Like but I just needed an outlet for that. And it's slowly over time morphed into more of like, yeah, we talk about music, but we talk about so much more than that too. Like,
You know, like so much. Also gets him and I to sit down and get off our phones and have a conversation.
It does, yeah.
Because we're also like these days, and everyone, not just us, we're, if you really want, for lack of better words, say, call it in another relationship, and it's with our phone. So, no, it's
Yeah.
good in that sense.
If you see me going on and off of camera, guys, it's because I do not want to vape on. We've acknowledged the fact that we don't. We we age restrict all of our content. On YouTube, on Spotify, wherever we upload, like we select that there is explicit content because we do swear, we do talk about things that I don't think that children need to be listening to. I don't want to be influencing. I mean, as lame as that, as weird as that sounds, like I don't want to ever be like the reason why someone like picks up a vape or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
but with that being said, like I'm going to say to you right now, like I'm hitting the vape off screen. But
Yeah.
God forbid this like gets clipped because we're gonna be like clipping it for reels and stuff. God forbid it like shows up on like a kid's timeline and I'm like hitting the weed vape or something and like that gets them interested in it. Like I'm just not into that.
Yeah.
I was really impressionable because I growing up, like how do I put this into like words that like make sense to even me? I didn't have like a lot of friends growing up. I mean, I still really don't. But with that, I took like a lot of like I filled my time with like movies, music, books and stuff. And like I can definitely say like the music and the movies and the books I was reading, the media that I was taking in definitely influenced like my decisions as a young person because it just did. It just did. And I don't think that we can really even argue that media influences people because it does. Like especially music, I think. Especially music and visuals for music. For me that's always been more impactful. That's always been more like I've taken a lot of inspiration, you know,
Yeah.
in my personal life that I shouldn't have taken from music. Like, oh yeah, let's get blackout. But we've all been there. We've all been there. One thing I can say though is I stayed fucking sober through Brat Summer last year, bitches. So like,
Yeah.
I'm strong as fuck. Period.
Yeah.
But so did you.
And you know, I've seen a lot of people, even in recent years, decide to live a sober life. I think it's great. It's like it's become cool. Like you know how it was like, for to lack of better words, it was like, oh, it's cool to go get blackout or whatever. You know, now it's like
Yep.
it's cool to be sober, and that's nice.
Well, I don't know if it's cool to be sober. I think people honestly, I'm not sober because I think I'm cool. Let's just put it that way. But I definitely think that like I try not to talk about it too much because I don't want people to think that like I'm being preachy. Like I don't post. I only post about it like once a year on Facebook and social media and stuff like that because I don't want people to be like, oh, he thinks he's better than me. I am fucking better than you, bitch.
Right.
Not you.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Nick's also on TikTok Live as per usual. So
I thought I could press this button without it distracting me, but then I didn't. I thought you had to just swipe, like to use this flashcard or whatever it's called. But it was like you had to swipe and scroll down, that so it distracted me even more.
well, that, but also it froze him up on my screen here. So I just was like, I had to look back at him to see if he was still there or ended it, and I just pressed stop because it was confusing. But we're back. I mean, we're gonna be clipping everything together anyways. Who even knows if
Right.
Yeah, mental decline, but we're back up on the ups. We're getting up there with the mentals. Nick, what have you been up to? We've been off for a couple of weeks. How's work been? Nick's at the Schultons in Lincoln.
Yeah.
And
work's been good. I'm definitely looking forward to my bus driving, getting started with school starting next week.
Oh yeah, next week.
Or yeah, like next weekend's Labor Day, right?
Holy moly!
Yeah, and they go back the day after Labor Day this year.
Wow, wow.
So I'm looking forward to that because that's where my passion is. So, yeah,
To be tonight.
excited. Other than that, we've been to Toronto and back.
Girl, ask what you've been up to. You have to ask me back. You know, I've been up to
Oh
nothing.
well, yeah.
This is Nick's world. We're just living in it.
Well, no.
Anyways, yeah, just continue.
Um, I mean, Andrew's been working, and we
I didn't work a lot this summer, so I'm getting back into it, like working a lot more because we're playing catch up.
oh yeah. But yeah, we did go to Toronto for work, basically. Um,
Well, Nick kind of like honestly, if you think about it, Nick, you do like freelance work because like sometimes you're a bus driver,
yeah.
sometimes you're taking kids to camp, sometimes you're at the gas station, sometimes you're doing
Yeah.
live cam modeling. Like it's just so many different things, and like
Yes.
no, sorry, baby, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, that's it. Speaking of that, like kind of jack of all trades or whatever. I got.
You are no, honestly though, I will say, I am not handy. I'm not fucking
Yeah.
handy. Nick has always surprised me from the beginning, which is how handy he is with like he's gifted in ways. He is. He truly is.
Yeah.
And I think that that's just like a one of like something that comes along with like being neurodivergent.
Maybe that is it. Yeah.
I just feel that way because I mean,
Yeah.
it makes you, in my opinion, in some cases, not all cases are the same, because you are. That's what you would consider yourself, right? With ADHD.
Yeah, it falls under like ADHD, autism,
Yeah, exactly, right.
all those things.
So like you're creative, so like if you're able to, if you have like the, it's just different for everybody. I will acknowledge that first, but for you and for a lot of people that I've met, people that are neurodivergent with ADHD, autism, etc., tend to be really creative. Um, Whether that and passionate about things that like. So, anyways, you've always been really handy, and I think of like one instant, like you always hang the things and do all of the things. I don't do those things. I don't screw drive. I don't hammer.
Yeah.
Um, but Nick does. But
Yeah.
also, like one thing that I think was like surprising to me, like early on in our relationship, like we were married at this point actually, but we got married so quickly because we were both undiagnosed BPD. Luckily, it worked out, but there was a lot of getting to know each other in the early stages of our marriage because we got married after 10 months. Um, excuse me. Where was I going with that? Oh, so with this being said, early on in our marriage, we went to a friend's wedding and we helped her set up the night before and stuff. And this friend's going to be on the podcast sometime, actually. She says she's going to come on. Her name's Katie. She's lived a million fucking lives. Like, I think that she is just going to be, it's going to be fascinating for anyone listening. Like, I know a lot of.
You know what? I think she'd actually, sorry to cut you off, she would actually be so good to have on here.
No, I know. I've talked to her about it like a million times. It just never comes into fruition because you and I like are so willy nilly with our schedule. But like we just took a goddamn month off. We're like, why are the streams like stuck at 4 streams on Spotify for our last? And it's like, girl, like they're not pushing us out. They're not like the algorithm is a very serious thing. Like if you're not posting, like you are going to be left behind. Like period. So yeah. Where was I going with that? I keep on getting distracted. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just like.
Oh, how handy I am. And we were.
Oh, you helped her at her wedding. Like she asked us both to, and it looked like shit when I was helping you. And then just out of nowhere, the altar. No one could. We couldn't figure out the altar. No one could figure out the altar. Like just like like just the decor of it all. Maybe
did it decorated with flowers or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna add a photo of the arch after we're done recording to our season 2 highlight reel on Instagram. And if you guys want to see what the arch looked like, you can go click through that to find it. But it turned out really fucking nice. And I was like, okay, like that is like something that like there was like fucking 30 of us there helping her set up easily in and out of there helping her set up, and not one of us could get our fucking shit together enough. Like none of us were creative enough in that sense to do that. And then you just like kind of did it, and I was like, oh, what the fuck. So
yeah. I guess I've always said that because I've come from
a family,
artistic family. I guess create like people that can do different things like paint. And my cousin is really good at cake decorating, and Anyway, I've always thought like, oh, I didn't get any talent from uh,
You are
my
talented.
side of the family, but like when Andrew talks about how I'm handy,
Like it's so lovely.
like it's obviously I maybe I do have some talent there. So yeah, at her wedding, there was a lot of people there. Right? I didn't realize that.
I just want to say really quick that you saying that right there just highlights that you bully yourself. Like the
Yeah.
stuff that like the bullying that happened, like because we've talked about bullying and how bullying's impacted our lives on here before.
Yeah.
Like that's ingrained something in you where even today, as a 35-year-old man, you still sometimes believe that you're not talented and stuff, even though you've proven
Right.
to yourself many, many times over that you are. Like
Yeah.
that's just something that like is proof. Like don't fucking bully. And the reason
Yeah.
I wanted to bring that up right now is because I see all over social media like this trend of people being like, bring back bullying, and then like there's like, oh sorry, oh my god. I didn't realize I was laughing.
What is it to bring back? Honestly, there it's still there.
It's because like God forbid somebody make a fool of themselves. God forbid somebody be goofy and not mad, like not care if they're judged for it. Like life is short.
Yeah, right.
Like that's what it is. Like oh, bring back bullying because like I got secondhand embarrassment from that person or the ick, and
Right.
it's like go fuck
Yeah.
yourself. If that's how you live your fucking life,
Honestly.
like it's not much of a life if you ask me.
Yeah.
It's not.
No,
So
you're right. But no, I decorated that thing. I've never decorated an arch, like especially that someone was using for their wedding in my life before. But they had a big bag of like fake flowers, and I
big bag of flour.
threw that thing threw that thing together, and it
Did you ever?
was good. Yeah.
It looked amazing. Sorry, I'm trying to get this open.
Right?
Excuse me, guys. Sorry, I'm doing a lot of things here at once. I just made us a beautiful, a beautiful mac and cheese because
Yeah, the crock pot.
we're gonna get back into this like in a few minutes, but we were away for a couple of days as Nick has
Yeah.
dropped little Easter eggs about.
Yeah.
And with that, obviously, you're eating out, you're eating at the hotel. So it was, like the first thing we did was like, okay, like we need to do a grocery order. We need like a home cooked meal tomorrow. So
Yeah.
there was this recipe that I found online like a couple of months ago now. For really nice, like really fattening, like unhealthy, but really nice fucking mac and cheese in a crock pot.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, we're doing that. And it turned out really good. I had a couple bites of it before we came on here to do this, just so I didn't like starve and get distracted.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, bitch, it's the best it's ever been. It's the best it's ever been. But on that note, I'm pissed because I was like, oh, social media content. Like, we got to start using. In my mind, I was thinking this. Like, I need to start like sharing things so that like we can get out there more. So I recorded, meticulously recorded, which is something I don't do. Um, my process of making this. You watch me do it. Like I had to like
Yeah. I
change
was gonna ask. I was like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I know what he's doing."
I had to change. Okay, I love you for being self-aware in that situation because I would have been like, "Bitch, what?" No, I would have just answered you. I love that though.
What am I to judge you? You see me doing my weird things I like to post, and so
Yeah, no, for sure. And I don't really necessarily think that sharing a meal idea or how I made the meal to be
yeah,
weird. Actually, I think that's like really popular on
you
like
know, I
TikTok
have to
and
teach
stuff.
someone.
Well, that, but also like I noticed like that kind of content like it gets a lot of reach on TikTok specifically because I see these moms on there or people that aren't moms too, but specifically I see moms on there a lot. That are making like meals, just literally making the most basic meals, and they have like 1.5 million likes on the video. And it's like, okay,
Yeah.
well, so I recorded my process of making this fucking crock pot meal, and then I went to, I guess, left my phone. I left my phone, like, let it do whatever. Sorry, I'm just laughing thinking of something. Um, and I went to go, because this takes 3 hours. I went to go open the camera or the Snapchat app is what I was using because you can do it in um like you can like record in clips pretty easily. I think you can do it on TikTok too, but like I don't know how to do it. I'm not that advanced, guys. And clearly I don't know how to do it on Snapchat either because when I went to go film the finished result, bitch, all the clips I had recorded were gone.
No way.
Literally gone. I was like, oh my god. So like being I was just like, like maybe it's just not maybe I don't need to be posting food content. Maybe I don't need to be posting food content is kind of what I took from there. Guys, I need a quick drink, so we're gonna pause and we're gonna clip this all together anyways. So hang with us.
Yeah.
Okay, thirst quenched. Um,
Yes.
YouTube is insane. They always play the same stuff on like a loop, like or not like a loop, but like how like you'll like play a video or a music video or whatever, and like don't select the next thing.
Oh yeah.
They always play the same thing. And right now, for me, I've noticed it's always Illusion by Dua Lipa. And I'm like,
Mm. Yeah, you're right. It is always on. Um, it's an interesting video. I don't know if I've ever really paid attention to it. How it's like all filmed in a pool. But it kind of looks fun.
it does look like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So what's behind you there?
The CN Tower.
And why are you there?
Well, it's just a picture on a green screen. Um, but we were there. And we'll be there again the day after tomorrow. Um,
Oh, yeah.
but no, we were there for work and we had a couple days to ourselves, so it was nice. Um, we were able to be tourists.
Oh my god, yeah. I've never, up until this point, explored like the downtown or any area of Toronto ever. So
Let alone use all these different parts of public transit there um, that are complicated for some people. But we figured it out.
we took many, many modes of transportation. We had to fly there,
Oh, really?
obviously. Well, we were going to do a boat, but it was not in the cards. It was not in the cards.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. But no, we had fun. Andrew had never been into downtown Toronto, at least before. I have before, and I got just as much out of it every time than I did the first time. Um, so yeah, it was fun to see Andrew see it for the first time, though.
Well, I mean, like, and the thing is, like, I've been in Toronto, but I've never had the opportunity to like actually explore it. It's always been like
Right.
just to the airport, like to go to camp, or like personally as like a youth, like to go to camp as a youth myself.
Yeah.
And then as an adult to bring campers to camp, which is very full circle in a way.
It is.
It really is. I've never thought of that. It's very interesting how that worked out. I used to.
I know.
Wow. Yeah. Cool. Anyways, so yeah, Nick, why don't you tell us? I'm gonna need him to take over for a sec because I am just waiting for the timer to go off for the garlic bread.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my mind's on that. So Nick, why don't you just talk a bit about the Toronto trip?
Yeah. Well, the first day it was an early one. What felt like, I mean, it's not a long trip to get there. Like, it's not like we're going to the other side of the world, but for anyone that's traveled, it doesn't matter how far you go. It's always exhausting. So that day started at 3 a.m. Because we had a 6:30 flight out of Fredericton, and we had to connect in Montreal. So
Montreal. Okay, the garlic
ended
bread's
up
good.
being uh, a long, felt like a long day. We were tired, but so we took it easy when we did what we needed to do. Got back to the hotel and went for a swim and kind of relaxed. And our plan was for the next day we would venture into downtown, um, which I think was a great idea. They had a nice school and we enjoyed it.
I did love the pool.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay, so the garlic bread is good. Perfect, perfect, perfect. We went swimming twice while we were there. We were only there for 2 days, so that makes sense to go once a day. We didn't do a lot of sleeping. We really didn't, which is nice. Last night, like I had the most insane fucking dreams ever. Like the most insane dreams about the most random shit. Like I was like, girl. And now that like I'm thinking of like full circle moments and stuff, it kind of makes sense that this stuff was like kind of bubbling up in my subconscious while over the past couple of days. Truly, it does now because like a lot of the dreams were so like, what the hell? Like stuff I haven't thought about in so fucking long. Like so random stuff that doesn't matter to me. Like or that I don't. Well, maybe it does. Who knows? But like just like so, my dreams were crazy last night about so many random things, and I think it was because like I needed like it's the first time I had like a real like solid sleep since like we got up at 3 a.m. on Thursday. We went to bed at like 11:30 or 12 the night before on the Wednesday. So we went like we slept about 3 hours, and I was up a couple times to pee in that 3 hours. Like I mean, um, so yeah, it was a long couple of days, but it was a good couple of days. I mean, I feel really lucky because like we were able to do that because our travel and stuff was covered by our employer, so that was really nice. And yeah, it it's just sometimes I often feel like life is like passing me by, like I'm not experiencing the things. Everyone's traveling, all the things, and I don't know. I just needed that. I truly needed that. And it's even more exciting that we get another day and a half um, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow. So, and another exciting thing is like we don't have to get up at 3 a.m. because we're not picking anybody up.
At lunchtime.
That too. The flight was just so early. That's why like we got there for 5 a.m. It was recommended to be there for 5 a.m. and I was like, okay, well, So I'm just looking forward to like the more. It was pretty smooth sailing, but I'm looking forward to like even more. I mean, okay, smooth sailing is actually kind of like a funny term to use because the flight back was actually scary for me. Um, I wasn't nervous on the flights there at all. Like I had like really enjoyable flights. Like usually I'm quite nervous on a plane. This time around, like I don't know why, like I just felt everything just like was flowing so effortlessly that morning. Like everything was. It was just a good morning. Things were all working out the way it was supposed to. There was just no need to be anxious about anything. So I was happy to be on the plane. I was happy, and I was happy to be on the plane back too. But bitch, that landing was fucking scary. And
you land on one of the main landing gears.
Like
the other, you're supposed to land.
And I'm sure that that's it happens all the time. I know that, but for me, I've never experienced like that.
And I mean, I'm sure
We were ruffled around.
People on the plane, especially that lady next to you.
Okay, first of all,
older lady, and they traveled lots, and even they were like, "Ooh, that was."
The kids on the plane took it super well. None of the kids, like I think kids like just.
I think they wanted to do it again.
I don't think they even realized like there was a little girl in the seat, like the window seat across, like right next to the lady that you're talking about, referring to right now. There was a little girl there that I didn't even realize was there because she was so quiet. She was so quiet and chill. And then towards the end, like right when that happened, I was like, oh my god, like that little girl's just sitting with her legs like crossed, like couldn't be any older than fucking 5 or 6 easily, like no older than that. And I was like, oh my god, like literally, people were staring at me. Like the man turned around and looked at me, like, and the kids were staring at me, and the kids stared at me the entire flight, which I'm used to. I look a certain way. Beautiful, I know. I get stared at a lot. It is what it is. Like, why the fuck does? Oh my god, Ellie sends the most hilarious text. Like, I just had like a notification there.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, no, like we took. Nick had mentioned that we took like many different modes of transportation, which is like something that we enjoy doing. We like taking trains and all the things. Like the transportation sometimes is like the funnest, like it's like a fun part of the trip. Whatever, not the funnest part, but it's the fun part. So the airport hotel. Sorry, what am I even talking about? Let me get my thoughts back together. The hotel that we stayed at, um, it had a complimentary airport shuttle. So because of that, Nick suggested that we take something called uh
the Up Express to go.
Yeah, so it's a train.
To downtown Toronto, to Union Station, where the GO train and Via Rail goes from.
Via Rail too?
Yeah, they all do.
At Union
I
Station?
think initially, Union Station is a Via Rail station. That's what it is.
It's a beautiful station.
But over the years, or decades, really, where the city's grown and they have uh, Express, which is a new one, which goes from, it stands for Union Prison Express, goes from the airport to downtown. And they have the GO train.
Okay, Union, that didn't even.
I'll go from there.
Sorry to cut you off, Nick. I just want to insert this really quick. My brain doesn't work like a normal person's, I guess, because I was like, what is even like the Up Express? Like, we had taken it, we were walking around the airport on the way back. We had to stop at 7-Eleven to get a snack because it was like after lunchtime at this point.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, it stands for the Union Pearson Express. And I was like, oh my God, like what? That makes so much sense.
Yeah.
Like, it makes so much sense. It's so obvious. I was like, what the hell? How did I not catch on to that? Like, there's so many things in life that, like,
weird. It's weird to me that I don't really struggle with
being a little hell. Yes, you do.
Those modes of transportation. Like, even when I lived in Winnipeg, there's no trains. Well, there is Via Rail, but I didn't know what that wasn't like to get around the city. So there's no GO train or train from the airport to downtown.
I've never experienced anything like that either. It was so much fun.
Right? So I was just like...
Okay, first of all...
It's weird how it's natural to me, for whatever reason.
Well, I don't know. Well, you've always traveled. Like, you're not... Like, you're a traveler. I mean, I'm sure you've taken little trains between and whatever places before. Have you not? Yeah. I mean, like, you're not... Just because you've not taken the Via Rail train doesn't mean anything. Like, I mean...
Oh, yeah.
Even subways are trains. Like, that's a train. It's the same thing. Just more luxury to be on a VL Rail train and they go further.
Yeah.
And more locations. So yeah, right. The Up Express was great. It was busy. We did not get a seat together. which was usually that would trigger me, but like this trip I had no anxiety in those moments. Like I just sat down beside some random woman. I was surrounded by people standing around me and stuff, and usually that would trigger me over the past couple of years, and this time it just didn't. There was a hornet, a wasp or something like right beside me and the woman on the fucking... It eventually flew away, and Nick will tell you what happened to that in a moment.
Flew into our room.
No, you wait. You tell them what happened in a minute. So like that would usually trigger me, and I'd squeal like a little boy, and like make a big scene and sweat, and well, maybe not make a scene. Actually, I would just start sweating, and that would attract the people because like, why is she so red? And the wasp, and it would just usually it's a chain reaction. It truly is. I don't even have to say anything. I just have to. It's like my energy will trigger people, which is so awful to say. Well, anyways, but yeah, no, that didn't bug me. The wasp went away, and I was like, yeah, like the wasp was right beside us. I texted Nick because he was somewhere else on the train. I didn't know where. I couldn't see him, and he responded with, "What happened to that fucking wasp?"
Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, the guy beside me just killed it with his hand on the window.
That's the fucking craziest thing I've ever heard, probably.
And then he just flipped it onto the floor.
Like, what?
I was like, ew. And then he realized it and let it come down. He just like puts his hand on the window and kills it.
Oh my God, he's so lucky he didn't fucking sting the hell out of him. That was a big wasp.
Yeah, I know. He wasn't concerned, that's for sure.
Did you say ew? That's so funny. Oh my God, I just like, holy fuck, that is so funny.
Anything. I just was like...
Oh my God, that is so funny. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so good. That's so good. So yeah, that was great. We got to the Union Station, and I didn't realize that the Union Station was the base of the CN Tower. Like, I had no idea. It was all so, like, to be just, like, trying to take in all those things at that scale without realizing.
Pulling in there, and I was like, because the train slows right down, because it kind of...
He's like, oh, there's the Rogers Center, and I was like, looking, I was like, I don't see it.
And I was like, Andrew,
there's a cement slab beside me.
There's a CN Tower. We're at the base of the CN Tower.
I didn't realize.
Like, looking around. I'm like, to your right, like, that concrete right there that's the CN Tower, look up.
Yeah.
I was like, there's the Rogers Center down there.
So we went out the door, and it was literally like what Nick has behind him there, because he's at the CN Tower right now. It was what I saw. It was a lot to take in because like I didn't even realize that's where we were. I thought we were at some sort of train station somewhere that was going to be like a drive from there or a walk from there or something. Like I just it was a lot to take in. I was like, what the hell is like?
It's literally all a couch.
Like Nick, look up, look up. That's what I was doing.
Yeah.
Like what's above you there?
It's the tower.
It is a tower.
Yeah. It's pretty wild. I mean, seeing a picture of it.
You didn't say.
Doesn't do any justice.
I need to just have it
standing at the base of it.
Well, I don't even know what to say.
Or beside it in a train, like it's just wild.
Well, even the train, I still couldn't see it, like just out of nowhere, because you and I weren't sitting together. I didn't know that it was coming up beside us or anything. I didn't know where I was going.
Yeah,
it's my first time on this. It's my first time exploring Toronto. Like I just didn't know what to expect, and like I wasn't like it was just the scale of it, and to be so suddenly there, I was like, what the fuck? And we really just had to stand there for like honestly, we stood there for maybe 20 minutes, and then sat on a bench right beside it because it was just so much to. I was just trying to understand, and then I'm glad that we stayed there for that 20-ish minutes or whatever, because after that it was just heat stroke. It was so fucking hot, and we walked everywhere. We genuinely like we walked for 4 hours. My knees hurt for 2 days afterwards because I'm a bigger girl. Bigger girl. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we walked a lot. The harbor down there is just absolutely fucking stunning. Like, why do people not talk about how stunning the harbor front is there? I thought that was more of a draw and more beautiful to me personally than the big concrete buildings that people were lining up for. I could not believe it. There was like, it was so gorgeous. I took so many photos of that harbor front because I've never seen anything so beautiful in person. I truly haven't. It was so gorgeous.
People don't expect to see something like that in the downtown, in a downtown core like Toronto.
Well, sure. That's like sure. Yes, that's not what I picture in my head. Well, I just didn't know the harbor front existed. What I was more surprised about with the like the things we found in the city, like the harbor front, I did like I knew there was like a because we were looking for the ferry. That's how we ended up there. So I knew there was water and stuff like, but I just didn't know that it was going to be that gorgeous. And I was like, why do people not talk about how gorgeous this is? Like, I don't care about that. Like the building that's behind you right now, like, yeah, it was like I was you know it was a marvel to look at for sure.
Yeah.
I had never seen such a tall building so close, so it was like oh like so I took it all in and stuff, but I like the line to get in there and stuff like it was not appealing to me. The where we ended up unexpectedly was so much better in my opinion. Like the harbor front, like we spent time there. It was so great. I've never been in a space that's that naturally gorgeous. But to go back to the point of like things that we found in the city that you wouldn't expect, for me it's the park that we ended up at first. Like they have like great little tiny parks like here and there, like where you can like take your kids or your dog, and it was just like totally like like it was an unexpected find for me, and I was like, I started to like click for me. I was like, you can live in like this kind of city, like you really can. Like in my mind, I was like, how could you? It's all so fast paced stuff, but they're yes, that's true. But there's also
a couple blocks that way. It is like,
and even around there, like it was a bit slower. But like, no matter where you end up in that city, there are little spots here and there that you can go to kind of like escape the chaos within it. If that makes sense.
You're right.
And I was like, okay, so like maybe that's how people like me survive in like bigger cities like this. Because I do want to live in like a bigger city. Access or I don't think I'd want to live in Toronto. Toronto's just too.
Yeah.
If I were to live in like a bigger city, it'd be like Ottawa. I would do Ottawa. I don't think I'd be able to do anywhere in Montreal just because I don't speak French. But if I did speak French, I would love to live in Quebec. I would love to live in Montreal specifically. I love that city. It's beautiful. We had a great time in Toronto. We took a subway from the harbor area.
Yeah.
Where did we take the subway to?
I think back to Union Station.
Oh, we did.
We were going back.
Yeah, because we ended up at Dundas. What's it called? Yeah, some sort of square. It's the popular square down there, guys. So it's like there's like the big screens and stuff, and it's cool.
The Toronto version of Times Square.
Yeah, it was really exciting. It was like the energy down there was a lot.
Yeah,
but it was a lot to take in. It was cool. I'm not big on malls, so we ended up in the Eaton Center.
Yeah,
Eaton, is that what it's called?
Eaton Center.
And that was like where it started to like hit me. I was like, okay, like we've been walking for 4 hours. We did all these
Yeah,
like I think in our minds, like it's like, hey, we didn't like do exactly like what we set out to do with the day, which was a million different things, honestly. Um, but that's when it started to sink in that like, okay, like the stuff that we did do today was like not what we planned, but it was like still great, and we can end the day
yeah,
on this and not stop chasing the whatever because we were both sweaty, we were both so fucking sore, hungry, all of the things. That's how we ended up at the 7-Eleven on the way back and whatever because we were so hungry we couldn't wait. Um,
yeah.
yeah, like the heat down there is no joke though. It's really not like in the city. Like I was like
It's
sweating
a
like
different heat too.
I didn't like it. The heat was too
Yeah,
much for me. So like next year, because Nick and I want to go on our own to like explore for like 4 days, and I think
yeah,
I think 3 nights, 4 days would be perfect. Perfect. We don't need to
yeah,
stay in no fancy nothing like we did this time around because we stayed at the at a nicer place, and like a
yeah,
Hilton is accessible to you and I, but we wouldn't typically go for like the room type that we had, which is more of a business like a business class style room. It is. That's a business room. Like that's
yeah,
what business travelers. So I mean, I guess it's just a perk of like traveling with work. But like I'm
yeah.
happy to like, do budget on our own and stuff. And
Oh yeah,
um so yeah, we're gonna fly Porter. We've already decided that.
yeah,
For two reasons. One, because we've never flown with my voice is a little because I'd be vaping and talking. So you guys have noticed I've been pausing and stuff. That's for the vape, but also to adjust my breasts off of screen and to have a drink of water. Um, if you guys want me to adjust my breasts, sorry, my boobs. Wow, I can't call them boobs because they're more like breasts. You know what I mean? If you would rather me adjust them on screen, let us know in the comments. Go over to find us on Instagram. Let us know. I'm happy to do it on screen. I just didn't know if it's going to be off-putting to people. Or I take a drink of water. So I'm gonna go do that right now for 2 seconds while Nick talks about what he's gonna talk about.
yeah. Um, and also the perk of having that room too was it faced the airfield, and anyone that listens to this or knows us knows me. I am an aviation buff. I know a lot about airplanes. I spent 10 years in the airline industry. Um, so I could sit in a window or outside in front of a busy runway and watch planes for hours. Um, so that was a treat for me, and I'm excited to do it again the day after tomorrow. Um, so yeah, um, it was great. If you follow us on our socials, I will be posting pictures, a lot of them of airplanes on there and on TikTok. So yeah,
Yep. Um, yeah. So I thought you were just gonna talk about the modes of transportation, but anyways, so we got
yeah,
back by the same way that we got there, the up train,
the Up Express.
up express.
Yeah,
It's kind of like the Polar Express, but not because it's not the winter and it's not CGI, and it's also not this Polar Express. Um, and then we were waiting for the airport shuttle. Did we take the
yeah.
airport shuttle back? Yeah, we
No,
did.
we ended up taking an Uber because why?
No, I
Oh, we went to where the shuttle was, and there was a line. There was like two Air Canada crews waiting, and a bunch of other people. And it's just like a mini bus, so and it has quite a large rack in the front, so it doesn't have like a full bus of seats. So we were like, let's just take an Uber. It didn't. It was like under $10.
Yeah, they're like $7 or $8, which is fine. I mean, like I think us taking like we took a lot of public transportations while we were there, guys.
Yeah.
It's it's not like from where we were staying by the airport, like it's not a walkable thing. And if we were to take like
No.
an Uber to the downtown, it would have been so much more expensive. If we were
I
taking it
feel like it'd be over $100.
easily, the drive was like 45 minutes. It said, and that's without traffic. You
Yeah.
can't even like, girl,
Right.
girl. I assume that's without traffic. I don't know if
Right.
Uber were to factor that in. But with that being said, we're going back Tuesday, and it's going to be a lot more slow paced. We don't have like things that it's just going to be different. It's going to be nice. It's just we're there for the night. Come back the next day quick. Next time we go, we're doing the Porter thing because we've not flown with Porter, and then also because they fly into the downtown, which is a lot more convenient if you're wanting to like do the tourist thing, which we're going to be doing. Yeah, so
Oh yeah.
looking
A
forward
lot
to
of
it.
business people take them too because they
I feel like that's
fly
what.
to Toronto for the day and have their meeting, and which are always downtown, and then hop over onto the island, and a lot of times they don't even need a cab or anything. So it's a great kind of service for people like that.
Yeah. Oh,
But it works great for tourists too.
no, for sure. I mean, like we have a friend same
Yeah.
friend that has lived a million lives that we want to come on
Yeah.
here. Takes Porter every time she goes to Toronto, and she goes like at least once or twice a year,
Yeah.
maybe even more.
Yeah. Yeah.
You might notice I'm always a little pink/red in the face, but I got a little sunburn while I was gone.
Yeah.
We were because it was just the sun. Oh my god, it was so fucking hot. It was just beating on us. So Toronto was
Yeah.
great. While we were gone, Ava Max released an album. It's her
She did.
fucking right, she did, bitch. It's her third studio album. Um, let's backtrack a bit though, because it's been a confusing. I didn't think this album was going to come right now. I didn't think that we would
Yeah.
have an Ava Max album this month, even though it was teased, even though it was officially announced that this month we would. And because the reason why is because the relevance's just so inconsistent. And it's come to find out that it's that way because she departed ways with like her management and stuff, like in the middle of this whole entire rollout. And there was a completely different project that she was working on last year that she scrapped and just like restarted. Um, so basically, she released a couple of singles that just didn't do very well. And then she went silent for a little over a month before the record even came out. Like there was no teasing of it, there was no promotion at all up until a week before it came out, and the promotion came from Rolling Stone. It wasn't even the label or Ava herself. Like there was silence like from them. So like the Rolling Stone reached out to Ava Max's team or her label or whatever and asked like, is the record still coming next week? Because like there's been like crickets or whatever. And they just sent back the track list. And that was it. So like yes, it is coming next week.
Yeah.
Next week came, which was Friday, that just passed. And it actually came. The record's out and it's so good. It's so good. Like we've ingested it, we've listened to it a couple hundred times. If you follow us on social media, which you totally should follow us on Instagram, guys. If you use Meta, follow us on Instagram. Um, yeah, because today before, like, it's already up now. We made like, we do like a rankings. And the last ranking that we did, I think we've done a couple this year. Let me try to think back. We've done Lord's Virgin. We've done Miley Cyrus, Something Beautiful. We've done Kesha's new record, Period. Can't remember if we did any really before that. These are the three that we've shared as reels. I'm pretty sure. And then now we did "Don't Quick Play" by Ava Max because like I don't know. I feel like she's dropping it because she needs to. Like she's obligated to professionally, just like every 2 years or whatever. Like a pop artist or a major label artist that's actively working. Well, 2 years is typically like the time frame for a new record or a new cycle to start. So I think that came into play, but also the fact that like a lot of it is just about her proving for one that she can work without her previous collaborators because I think we've talked about this before on the podcast, but she predominantly only worked with Circuit, who is a big pop producer, who was also her boyfriend. They broke up and she was no longer working with him, obviously. So this was like her kind of like getting out without him and without her frequent like co-writer who's Madison Love, who writes with others like Kesha, etc. There's a baby spider climbing down the wall over there. I don't love that.
On the ceiling.
No, on the wall. Like there's a bug over there too. But over here there's like a baby spider, there's like a speck. Anyways, like it just makes me think there's like a mom somewhere, perhaps, or like a nest. Um,
God.
yeah. So do I get up and kill it? No, it's just a baby. But like, what do I do? Like
But
make
we
it.
need the rain.
We do need the rain. I'll kill the mom if I find it. Okay, so what was I talking about? Ava Max. Oh, Madison Love, her co-writer, who was also her best friend. Obviously, like you work together like that so closely on like so many projects, like you're gonna become close usually, because it's very intimate to be writing like that together and producing. Anyways,
Oh yeah.
that bitch betrayed. Okay, I'm not gonna call her girl bitch. I won't call her a bitch because I don't know her. I don't know if she's bitchy or not. I'm
Yeah.
bitchy. I'm a bitch. Okay, so Madison Love, this backstabber, we'll call her, because she backstabbed Ava Max,
Yeah.
is now rumored to be engaged to Circuit. So, oh yeah. So she was like really going through it for a lot of reasons, obviously. Like, that's like, how do you even, like, oh my God.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of the record is her, like, washing her hands clean of the situation and moving on. By the end of the record, with Catch My Breath, which is my personal favorite song on the record, which is hard to choose a personal favorite, because there's so many great standout tracks, which none of them, by the way, are the singles that she chose to release before the record came. None of those singles that came out before are like the standout tracks. Maybe, maybe just one of them, which is Wet Hot American Dream. I like that song. It's very upbeat, it's very fun. The vocal stuff that she does, like in the chorus, like, I'm not like other cowgirls unless you want me to be.
Right.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
Oh, it just feels good to sing it. And that's good to me. I am a sucker for pop music. And personally, and I know I'm not alone in this sentiment, I feel like making good, and the emphasis on good here, good pop music, is truly a hard thing to do. And that's why you see so many people just kind of not make good shit. You know what I mean? Like, you can have like a great team behind you and make mediocre shit all the time. But like, she writes her stuff, her vocals are chef's kiss. Like, she can really, like, that girl can sing. Ava Max can belt. Like, she is a true vocalist. And
she's so good. I love her voice.
Yeah, she's an incredible voice. She can write. She doesn't really reveal a lot about herself, and that's okay. She dances. She dances great. She has body tea. She is like everything on paper that one would want in a pop star. Same as Zara Larson.
Yeah.
But for some reason, like, they just haven't caught on the way they should have. But like, that time's coming.
No.
I think the time right now is for Zara. Her time is coming. Like, it's now that she's gonna catch on big in the United States. Like, yeah, she's always been big, but she wants to be bigger over here. So I think that's coming right now for her, because she has a lot of really great music out. Like Crush, her most recent release, is incredible. That was released while we were away. You love that song.
Yeah.
Yep. Same with and the title track, Midnight Sun, grew on me over the summer, and that's like now the song of the summer for me. Like, whenever I think of this summer, Midnight Sun, the song, like, a never ending, everyone knows it. And if you don't, you should know it. Go play it. It's on the playlist. That's gonna be the song I think of. That's gonna be like when I think of 2015. There are a couple of songs that remind me of 2015, like, but the song is "Runaway with Me" by Carly Rae Jepsen. That reminds me of that. There's always a song, and that is Midnight Sun. I feel like there's been times where, kind of like Zara, Ava's had massive tracks, massive moments, or whatever, but she hasn't completely caught on, and people are still kind of shitting on her. I don't think that right now with Don't Click Play is going to necessarily be her moment to kind of catch on with everyone. But I think it's a reset. And she's going to come back with something a little more fully realized, because there are a few tracks on the record that I personally just like, I'm like, girl, these could have been left off and you could have put something else on here.
Yeah.
Like Lost Lost Your Faith. Like I do like that song, but it's like Christian rock compared to everything else that's on there. And then
Yeah.
that's pretty much the only one. Fight for Me, I could also do without, but the rest are all massive songs that I just love to death. And if you want the ranking, honestly, you'll have to follow us on Instagram because we worked hard on. Well, I worked hard
Yeah.
on the reel that we posted, and go over there and see what the ranking is. But I already let you know the number one is Catch My Breath for me, but it was hard to choose because they're all really great.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't know what's next for Ava Max, but I think she's gonna be like she's coming back. Like she's gonna have a big moment when she does like figure out what she's doing there. Always rooting for her. Always rooting for anyone that wants it. You know what I mean? Like you can tell if an artist wants to be there or not, and it feels like she truly wants it. If she didn't truly want it, she wouldn't work so hard on the shit that she puts out. And you can't tell me that interpolating stuff or um, sampling music or whatever is not hard work because, bitch, it is. And we've been over this already in this episode, so we'll leave it at that.
Yeah, it is.
And that's her niche. Like, she can take a fucking great song and make it even her own. I won't say even better, but she makes it her own, a great version of her own. And that's fun to me. And I just feel like people can fuck off. Like, if these people that are complaining on Twitter and X or whatever it's called about it all the time, which she addresses, by the way, she addresses it on the title track, Don't Click Play. Don't Click Play. She says, you know, essentially that, like, you're all shitting on me on X because I sample music and they call me a Lady Gaga copycat. And it's like, girl, she looks kind of like Gaga sometimes, but like she's not. Like, I don't find that she makes music like Gaga at all. Like Ava Max is a pop girl in her own right, and I don't feel like anyone else that's out right now makes like she's making music for a market that no one else is really serving to right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Period, in my opinion. Like Zara's kind of doing it with her music right now. I don't know. Like I feel like they're different vibes, and it's because she's a good artist that like it's a different vibe. Anyways, moving on. Doja Cat rebooted her new era. Um,
Yeah.
her new single that's out, "Jealous Type," is great. I enjoy it, and it's produced by Jack Antonoff, who usually works like he's not working on the new Taylor Swift record because she's working with like other people, and um he's working with Doja Cat right now. And the song turned out really great. I enjoy it. The video is even greater. Go check it out. It's called Jealous Type. It's actually on the playlist, which will be linked in the bio. Blah blah blah, all the things. Yeah, rooting for Ava Max, girl. Come on, like you got it, and yeah, like it's not. I'm not counting her out. Like the record's good. She is not a bomb. I mean, I don't know how it's going to do in terms of numbers, but like she didn't promote it, so I don't think that she really gives a fuck right now. Yeah. Aside from that, like I mean, I don't know, like yeah. What else is on your list, babe?
Dua Lipa's on tour. She's gonna be in Toronto, like literally in less than a couple of weeks.
Yep. Tate McRae was in Toronto for 2 nights. Then her last show was the night before we got to Toronto. Lady Gaga's playing in a couple of weeks in Toronto. Like everyone that's major is playing in these buildings that we were like right outside of. And it's like, oh my god, like why aren't they here right now? I would give anything to see this Lady Gaga tour. Like, I don't think she's ever gonna.
Just announced
What?
that Post Malone's heading YQM Music Fest and yeah.
Why? What is with like? He's a country artist now. Like, I just don't get it. Like,
I know.
I thought he did trap hip hop.
Maybe they're hearing that we want more than just country now. Come in here.
Yeah, well, I want. Well, sure, yes, great, but I think he's come down as a country artist. But I also would like them to have more female acts come and headline these things. Like, where's Casey Musgraves?
I want Casey.
I want Casey Musgraves. I want Lainey Wilson. I want Maren Morris. I want
Wilson, I think, was
Kelsey Ballerini. Who? Maren Morris wasn't there this year. No, these are all headliners, girl.
No,
Lainey was at Cavendish. Yeah, I don't go. I've never even been to PEI, so I mean, and I'm not going to go to. I mean, I would travel to PEI for Casey Musgraves. I would.
Yeah.
I would. she canceled her Deeper Well shows here in Canada last year, I believe. As far as I know. Don't quote me on that. I'll check on it after the episode. But I'm pretty sure she canceled her Montreal date for sure. I don't know about the Toronto date that she had. Yeah. Anyways, like I would just like to have like her come by. There's just so many great. I mean, Kelly Clarkson. Jesus Christ, like, there's so many. So many. Didn't Shania Twain headline Cavendish this year?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like she could do YQM. I'd like to see her do that.
Oh yeah, I love Shania.
The only time I've ever seen like a female act at YQM in the headlining spot wasn't even actually the headliner. She was just there on stage to sing 2 songs, and that's Gwen Stefani when she joined Blake Shelton. If anyone can
right.
tell me if I'm wrong, correct me, go ahead, but I think I'm right. Yeah.
I'm sure you are.
So aside from that, like I'm good on this end. Is there anything else on your list that you wanted to knock out this week?
Not really, but I'm sure there will be a story or two to tell on the next podcast.
Oh wait, real quick.
Stop in Toronto.
Yeah. Well, we actually mentioned. I said to you before we started this, like I've been to Montreal 3 times. We've been there twice together, and something weird always happens to us, and usually multiple weird things, like usually interactions with the locals. Nothing like that happened in Toronto. Yeah. It was very
well. The Uber.
What do you mean the Uber? Well, yeah.
Tried to get picked up from him.
Yeah, but I mean, like that wasn't really a weird interaction. That was just the cab driver not knowing what he was doing. So we just luckily we ended up taking a Lyft anyways, and all the Lyfts that we took while we were away were
Lyft. If you're out there, you're amazing.
They are. I highly recommend Lyft over Uber, just for my own personal experience. We've used both now countless times, or not countless. Lyft like maybe 5 times. Uber, at least 20 or more, in over the years.
Oh yeah.
Lyft is the way to go for sure. They're more reliable. The prices are good. The drivers have all been fantastic. Like no one's been rude or sketchy or all the things that like a lot of the Uber drivers are. So I don't know what they're doing differently over at Lyft, but it's working. So like we've pretty much covered everything that we have on our little brains this week. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're gonna be back next Sunday. We're gonna do 30 episodes, I think, for the season, and then take the whole couple of whatever, and then like just and then call it season 3 or whatever. But we want to get some people on here, like our friend Katie. Some local drag artists and stuff would be really nice to have too.
Right.
Yeah, but with that being said, like follow us over on Instagram. Our handle is empty.thoughtspod. We're also on YouTube, the Empty Thoughts Podcast. You can follow us over there. Please subscribe over there, guys. Like, do all the things. Rate us wherever you're listening to us. Share us with your friends. It helps. And we also revamped the playlist on Apple Music. Go check that out. It's just got like we just switched it up. Which we usually do every now and then. Yes. So thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back next Sunday. And Nick, take us out.
Thanks for tuning in. And like I said, if you followed us all along and still with us, even when we take a couple or a few weeks off, we appreciate it. If you're new, we hope you stay. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.
Thank you for the gifts.
So that you're notified when new episodes are posted.
Yep.
So thanks for joining us. Peace out.
Bye, guys.